Hey guys, in this video we're going to be setting up optimistic updates in our Next.js application, and we're going to be doing that through React Query. And if you haven't set up React Query in your Next.js application, I had just created a video about it. I'll link it in the description. You can watch that. But a quick recap is we just created this provider folder. We got our query client here, and we basically got the query client functions from here, and we wrapped our whole application in the layout.tsx with the React query provider. That's the sort of the recap. Now let's get into the main thing. All right, so what I have here is a simple sort of this like counter application, and I'm going to be using this thing where basically when you click on the like button, it shows an updating window and it updates the like counter, or it doesn't update it. So now what's going on here is we have this fake API, so we've created this sort of object where we have a like thing and a get likes function, which is basically we're doing a fake delay of 1,000 milliseconds, which is a second, and the add like function where we're doing the same type of delay. We're also doing this thing here where there's a probability that 40% of the times we're going to throw an error, and for the other 60% of the times things are going to go as expected. And so what I have here in my main page.tsx is, firstly, we're fetching the data, which is to say that we're fetching the get likes from this get likes function, which has a little bit of delay. And below that, we have this mutation thing where we're basically calling this add like function. And we're just running the function. And if there's an error, we're console logging that error. And on success, what we're doing is we're setting the like cache to the like cache that we've gotten. And so below that, it's just a loading state if we have gotten the data or not, and we show the loading state. And below that, it's just we're returning this HTML where you can see this like thing where, you know, here you see the likes. And below this, there's a button where you can click to add the likes, which we run the mutate function here. And basically, when the mutation is pending, it's going to show the updating thing. And if it's been done, it's going to show likes. So this is kind of how this whole thing works. If I click on the like button, it's going to start updating. It's going to take a lot of time. It might or might not update. You know, now in this case, it did not update. We also got an error, which is we could not add the like because we coded it that way. And if we click on the like button again, it's going to take time and it's going to add it. It works, but the problem is, imagine if you have an application, your user has to wait for everything. Nothing is being optimistically handled. Things are taking too long. And now let's look at a version where things are being handled the optimistic UI way. All right, now take a look at the version where we're handling this via optimistic mutations. And what we're basically doing, well, let me show you the demo first. So if we go to the application and we click on the like button, it's going to update the like counter, and then it's going to show updating. And in this case, we got an error, so it rolled back to 10. But let's click the like button again. It's going to show updating. It's going to update it before it shows updating. And now, since we didn't get an error, we got the likes updated from 10 to 11. Let's press it again. And it's going to update the like counter first, and it's going to do that. You get the point. And this is what's actually happening behind the scenes. So we have the same mutation function. Now we have the onMutate thing, and this is basically a function that runs when the mutation task is being, done. So here what we are doing first is we're going to cancel all the queries that are going in our likes query, which we have, created this thing here. And what we're doing after that is we're getting the previous queries. So, it's going to give us a number of likes that we had previously. And if there exists a previous, what we're doing is we're appending one into the previous, and we're adding the sort of the query here. And then what we're doing is we're returning the previous. And the reason we're returning this is because if we get an error, what we're doing with the error is where we see if there is an error, and if there exists an error, we're literally rolling back the like counter to the previous one, and that is how you get optimistic updates working in the Next.js application. And that's all about it, guys. If you liked the video, click the like button, subscribe if you want to, and have a nice day.